Hello everybody and welcome to the first episode of How to Play, where I teach all of you noobs how to be the best you can possibly be at quickscope, noscope, MLG Pro at every game you can possibly imagine. Cause you see, I am the MLG Pro at every single game that I've ever touched in my life, and I want you to be just as good. You won't be, but you'll be pretty good. So the first game I'm going to be doing is Counter-Strike Global Offensive. So I'm going to be focusing on 3 different game modes today. I'll be doing Arms Race, Demolition, and Classic Casual. And I know what you're thinking, Classic Casual, but that's for casuals. But that's because there's plenty of noobs to pwn and kill because it is casual. I don't want to do Classic Competitive because that's only for the MLG Pro, Quickscope, Noscope, 360 Pros, MLG Pros. And while I am one, it will take years of practice for you to get there too. And I also don't want to do Deathmatch because that's for noobs. Now, first we're going to start off with Arms Race. Let's go. And we're back. So, the game is just now starting. It's the warm-up. The warm-up doesn't really matter. We can just shoot around, own some complete losers. But when the match starts, that's when the hardcore MLG quickscope no-scoping begins. Now, in Arms Race, teammates are only good for 2 things. One is stealing your kills, and the other is feeding the other team. So sometimes what I like to do is eliminate your teammates so that they can't feed. So that guy was a bit of a hacker. So, did you see that feed? That's what I'm talking about. So, I'm just going to straight up kill this noob right here because he will be a feeder. Now, you can see I keep getting killed, but that's okay because I'm damaging my teammates. And that is good. They'll die quicker, and they won't live long enough to steal your kills and feed as long. Now you see this guy's low on health, we can just pick him off easily really quick. Don't worry about it. Okay, so, enough with the eliminating of teammates. Now we're going to start hardcore killing enemies. And the first thing you're going to want to do is something that is a tip you won't find anywhere else, which is always, that guy is a hacker. That's another rule I'll get to in a minute. But you always aim for the legs. Now, most people will tell you aim for the head because it does more damage, but that doesn't matter because they're wearing helmets. It's really not going to do much. So what you want to do is shoot for their legs. Because when you shoot for their legs, they fall over, they cripple, and then they're dead because they can't move anywhere because they can't walk. It's a genius idea that I have found to always work. Did you see that? I aimed for the legs and he crippled and fell over. The next tip that I was talking about earlier is everybody is a hacker. Well, almost everybody. Anyone that kills you, or at least kills me since I'm such an MLG Pro, is a hacker. Now, I sometimes blame hackers on me because there weren't nearly as many hackers in the hacking community before I started playing games and pwning people with my MLG Pro skills. So I am to blame, but pretty soon you'll be able to say that you're to blame as well because you will be so pro. Okay, well, I think that just about sums up the tutorial for Arms Race, so let's move on to our next game mode. The next game mode we're going to be doing is Demolition. In this game mode, you have to either blow up the scrubs that you're fighting or stop the scrubs from blowing you up. So let's hop right in. So you'll see I've chosen the Terrorist Force because I love blowing scrubs up, and scrubs just irritate the heck out of me. Now, the first thing I'm going to teach you about this game mode is sometimes you're going to have to make sacrifices. Sacrifices that benefits the team. So you're going to run out and you're going to distract all of the enemies so your team can focus on the mission. I may have died right there, but it's a sacrifice that I had to make for the team. Now, unfortunately, my team was filled with scrub lords, and there was nothing I could do. But had I been playing with actual good people, we would have won, thanks to my sacrifice. The next thing I'm going to teach you is that you always want the glory. So, if you can see, the bomb holder in this room is going to die. Unfortunately, it's because I need to plant the bomb, because you want all of the glory, because you are the best MLG pro. Now you see that? I planted the bomb because I'm the best and I was the most deserving. Now you'll just see me pwn some scrub lords because of how amazing I am. And we win. The final thing I'm gonna teach you is that when you have a grenade, you immediately throw it without looking. Why? Because the enemy won't ever see it coming. They're going to expect you to strategically look for a place to put the grenade. But when you don't, they're thrown completely off guard. So as you can see, I was kicked from the game. Unfortunately, that happens sometimes when you are too good. When you become such an MLG expert like me, occasionally you will be kicked from games because the other team won't ever be able to win. And since the game likes to keep it fair sometimes, you can get kicked for being too good, as you can see what happened to me just then. So the final game I'm going to show you today is Classic Casual, specifically Hostage Mission, because we already did stuff with Diffusion. So let's hop right in. So we're here, and you can see it's relatively close to the beginning of a game. Only 3 rounds have been played. That's good because there's plenty of rounds for me to show off my MLG skills. Now, since it's our first round, we're just going to use the normal P2000 that it gives you because you want to rack up them big monies for them big guns. Now, as you can see, we just won that round. And despite me dying to a hacker, when you're so MLG, an aura will be passed around to your entire teammates that makes them slightly better because of your MLG awesomeness. The next tip I'm gonna show you is always make yourself noticed by the enemy. So when you start shooting around, they can see you on their map and the enemies will come to you. Now, why do you want enemies to come to you? Because the enemies will literally be lining up for you to kill them. And we want glory, and we want to kill. As you can see, we are now rolling in so much moolah that we can buy anything we want. So, we're going to go for one of the best guns, if not the best gun in the entire game. The Bison. Now, a lot of people criticize the Bison, but that's only because they don't understand how to use it. And you use it with the crippling effect by shooting them in the legs. The next tip is always demoralize your enemy team, because when they're demoralized, you win more, and winning more is always good. As you can see, we have won once again because of not only my MLG-ness, but the aura I am providing for my team. And that just about sums up the tutorial for Counter-Strike Global Offensive. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please remember to leave a like, favorite, and even subscribe if you want. To become the best MLG Pro expert at all games. Not just this game, but every game. I'll be uploading videos probably about twice a week for now. These videos do take a while to edit. And while you wait, you can play games practicing to become the most MLG pro. Once again, thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you again next time. Bye.